Good evening. This video is brought to you by Trapline Transport. Serving BC to Quebec, Canada with regional and long-haul super beef flat deck freight. With Trapline, you can expect fast, efficient, and honest service. Trapline is a new name to the industry with a team that has many years of experience behind it. Our team will transport your valuable products across Western Canada with the skill and experience you can expect and count on. We want you to be satisfied with our work, which is why we provide open communication channels where we will update you through each process, from arranging the shipment to delivery at your door. Head over to traplinetransport.ca and get a free quote right now. I did say good evening, right? I said good evening instead of good morning. I had to change it up, guys. I had to change it up. Nobody coming, let's hammer down. It's a bit of a blind corner. If someone's coming around at full speed, it'll be tight, but it's not like a blind corner, but a big sweeping blind corner. All right, how does that look on the video? Don't ask me, I don't know. It's pitch dark out. We're going to come into Grand Forks, so it'll be a cool drive through a town. I figure since it's Monday night and things have not gone to plan, we might as well drive through a town and then climb to the top of a mountain. We did this video probably a week ago, 2 weeks ago, leaving Grand Forks to top of Paulson. Let's do it in the dark. There should be lots of snow at the end of the video at the summit of Paulson and the beginning over here. You guys are my guinea pigs, guys. You're my guinea pigs. How does a nighttime video work? How does that even work? How's that gonna be a thing? Is there any way of getting more than one camera into the shot? That is the question. Speed limit is 70 here. I'm doing 80. Get all the way down to 70. There we go. I'm happy with that. Clean the window a little more. Yeah, so no Jess this week after all. We had all intentions of Jess to be coming along this week, and our camera never showed up. Camera was supposed to get delivered on Saturday. And it hasn't shown up yet. Now it's Monday evening. I waited I left at, what, 3:30? 4-ish? By the time I was going, it was already getting dark. And my computer mouse and I guess it's for my laptop, my wireless mouse, and camera didn't show up. The microphones here. I got the microphones, but they're wireless microphones designed to wirelessly connect to that camera, or a camera like that. So I can't test out the new microphones. Like, come on. I suspect it's lost in the mail and we'll have to make a claim. We're not allowed to make a claim until the 12th. We had it all planned out. At least the mouse shows that it was last in Langley today morning, so it just is running late with, Christmas. Christmas is here, right? Packages are running late. That's the thing that happens when you're shipping around Christmas. But also, package theft goes up too, so somewhere in transport, our camera has gone missing, so We'll wait a couple of days and then make the claim. I know I just set a date and that ruined the movie magic, because for you guys it's Christmas. It was the winter solstice this weekend. Welcome to Grand Forks. McDonald's welcomes you. Cruise control set at 50. Cal tires all shut down. So yeah, we're headed empty to Klesnikoff Lumber to load there tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And then we're going to do the same run. For those of you that have paid for membership and watched the bonus video from just over a week ago, a bonus video of the new place I had to back in, I'm going back there again for a Wednesday delivery. Maybe I can shoot that for a Thursday video. We'll see. See how that goes. And I suspect, yeah, I guess that'll be too late to get a reload. I suspect I'll either get a reload Thursday morning. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Will I have to deliver Friday in the Kootenays and then load? Yeah, it's going to be a weird week, guys. It's going to be a weird week for me. Might be hard to get in all the videos, even with us not doing Wednesday videos. Hey, Christmas Day, I get Christmas Day off. Nice. So real time, if all has gone to plan, I have this week off. Right now I'm at home, probably doing a live stream on the 3J's channel right now. Go check that out right after this video. Or go check out my live stream and then come back and finish this video. Probably do live streams this week on the 3Js, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday and Friday. Who am I kidding? Weekend as well. Oh, I hope to get a bunch of skating in this week. Yeah. I want to get at least skate once or twice, depending on how sore Jess's feet get, but yeah. At least twice. Maybe once at the beginning of Christmas holidays, the weekend before Christmas holiday, and then the weekend after Christmas holidays. And then next week, New Year's is a Wednesday. It's going to be a hit and miss. I may have a load or two next week. My paydays are going to be small. We're already going through the budget today. And it's like, we're going to be tight on money. We're going to be very tight on money. Good thing we don't do gifts for each other. What we're going to do for Christmas is just stay at home and do a big puzzle. We're going to do a fold-out table that is our puzzle table. We'll fold that out and we'll start a big puzzle on there. Start in the morning, and sometimes we finish by the evening. Sometimes it takes a few days before we get it finished. Depends on how big and hard the puzzle is. If I'll do any live streams on Christmas itself, I don't know. Depending, we're gonna just let things happen the way that we feel like it. That was Grand Forks. Now we get a little bit of dark video where there's no lights, it's just dark, there's not going to be much snow. And then after that, once we get through Christina Lake, we start climbing into the snow, and we'll see how that is. See how that goes. Set. Guess I should use my bright so you guys can see something. There's a car in front of me. Not very nice of me using brights. I mean, they're pretty far away, but it's -1 Celsius. That's my fog lights on as well. Brights and fog lights on. Christina Lakes is a couple of kilometers down the road, and then we start climbing. I'm catching up with this guy. I guess I better turn my lights off. That's not good. Not good for recording video at night, but I guess we're testing different light settings, that's for sure. We'll get by him. We'll get by him. Bit of a slow poke. That's okay, I'm fine with slow pokes. At least you're being slow in a passing zone. I was talking to another trucker on the weekend that was live streaming using Starlink. We only got like 150 subscribers. I'll have to get a link. Yeah, remind me about that. I'll get a link. He drives. So far, I've just seen him driving in Canadian. He was driving through a snowstorm, live stream with Starlink in a snowstorm. That was pretty nice. He's got great cameras, or great camera for night vision as well. So, yeah, if I haven't put a link to his channel anywhere, remind me and I'll put a link in there. Maybe I'll do a video about it tomorrow. That's probably a better idea. Let's save that for tomorrow. This video is all about Trapline. There'll be a link to Trapline. We'll throw a link tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow that I need a link to this other trucking channel. He's a pretty aggressive driver, and some people were talking to him. It's like, hey, you're driving pretty quick on this stuff, passing everybody. I'm like, hey man, just because one guy is faster than the other doesn't mean that he's a jackwagon and driving unsafe. All that means is he has better tires and more experience. If somebody passes you on the road, you don't know what their experience is and you don't know what kind of equipment they're in. Sometimes there's a car that just comes flying by me in slippery weather, and I'm like, okay, they must have a lot of skill and they're probably running studded tires. Too quick downhill, gotta slow her down, slow her down. Gotta remember my fog lights too. They're pretty bright. And yeah, skill level. So just because somebody comes flying by you doesn't mean that they're being reckless. It just means that they have better equipment than you or have a lot more experience than you. And somebody's going to say that my lights really suck. They don't. My lights are really very bright. It's just cameras have a hard time picking up the light. Hopefully we're using more than just the dash cam, because I did set up all 3 cameras in test positions. See how this goes. I know the dash cam is pretty stable. And so far every other camera angle I've tried has been shaky and unusable. So we're experimenting with new angles. See if the video's got 2 or 3 angles. That was my fault. I'm not used to putting the fog lights on. I rarely run with the fog lights. Almost never. That's my brights, and they're really quite bright. I don't need more light than that. For the video, I think it's probably better running with the fog lights on. At least that's my theory. Coming up on Christina Lake here. We won't see the lake in the dark, but we'll see the town. Not much of a town. Whew, getting toasty warm in here. Yeah, there's not much to see in the Canadian mountains when it's pitch dark. Not much to see at all. Drove through some thick fog in Anarchist. Thick fog climbing up the S curves out of Soyuz. Now, I didn't see any chain up lights on the website, so the roads should be okay, but we're hitting them this time of day. My truck says it's minus 0.5 outside right now, so I got a feeling the roads are going to be freezing up over at the top there. So this should get interesting, going over this empty. Welcome to Christina Lake. Over this hill anyway. Kilometers an hour. And 70 kilometers an hour at the bottom. And in the summer it's 60 kilometers, but in the winter it's 70. Tourist season we have to go 10 kilometers slower. I honestly wish they just left it at 60. Windows are fogging up. I don't have my dash fans going. Turn those up. Now this town is hopping busy town during the summer, during tourist season. All the Albertans come over, but in the winter it's just dead. Hardly any lights. It's like a ghost town. It's got 2 gas stations and convenience stores. It's got a pharmacy and a small little grocery store. But it's all pretty dark overnight. And that's it for Christina Lake. Like I said, not much to see in the town. In the winter, at least. So yeah, this time of year, I spend half my time driving in the dark like this. It is kind of peaceful. There's not a lot of traffic. Just silence. Often listen to my podcasts or listen to some music. Yeah, it really kind of sucks. I'm a little disappointed that Jess couldn't come with this week. Maybe I get to pick her up during the week. I don't know. We'll see. happy with that. And hopefully the camera shows up in the next day or two. It'll be much better than having to go make a claim and get it sent out again. And then I have to wait another 2 weeks. Like, I ordered that camera specifically at the time I did to make sure that it would be chipped in time so Jess could come with us this week. But not everything can go to plan, can it? First chain up area, I forget about it, but first chain up area. Don't know if I've ever seen the lights on down here. .70-kilometer corner. Obviously, I'm doing more than 70. It's just a suggested speed. It's a really slippery, icy day. I usually go 10 kilometers below the suggested speed. Kind of got to read the road. Hard little climb here. Start seeing more and more snow right away. At 0 degrees Celsius, so it's been warming up. It's the end of that. It's going to start cooling off now. Lots of down trees. That heavy snowfall. Trees at the edge of the forest can't handle that much snow and they fall over. In the forest, they just lean on each other and they're fine. But along the edge, they're all leaning over and bowing down to all of us truckers. maybe it gives me a bit of a God complex there. Rest area there, way too small for a big rig. See if the roads stay blacker if we hit the snow. I didn't actually look at the cameras because it's too dark by the time I thought of it. Here's the second chain up area coming up. I've ever seen these lights on either. Maybe once. It's rare for these lights to come on. And if the lights come on, it is technically, legally mandatory to chain up. I'd honestly be happy if they got rid of the chain up lights and just let truckers decide. Truckers that know that they're heavy, most of them are smart enough to chain up early. Like if I'm a fully loaded Super B, I hit the slippery road, I'm like, yep, I'm gonna pull over here, chain up. If I have all my weight on my drives and just pulling a 53 footer, not much weight on the trailer, and I have really good winter tires, I'm going to drive a lot further before needing to chain up. When those lights are on, I don't need to chain up if I'm light like that. Now, with me being empty, pulling a Super B, I won't chain up as soon as a loaded Super B would, but I'll definitely chain up quite a bit before just a single trailer would. And I only throw one set on if I'm empty. Once the chain up lights are on, then legally I have to throw in both drive axles. I wish we didn't need the lights, but unfortunately some Goombas out there will just refuse to chain up and just close the road down without the mandatory chain ups. Start the long, hard climb to the top. Take a little break at the bridge and then keep climbing. After the bridge, that's where it usually gets sketchy. And that's probably where we'll get the best video too. I'm driving blind with just regular headlights on. I think I got a bunch of mist on my headlights. It's -2 degrees Celsius. when the snow kind of covers all the lines, we just ignore passing zones and you just drive. You drive where the most grip is. Scared me for a bit there. I'm like, are the chain up lights on? But that's got to be a snow plow. Minus 3 degrees out. Gave me a little heart attack with the flashing yellow lights. I'm like, what? Did not expect that, but that's around the corner. I can't see them anyway. I don't know what I'm scared about. Minus 3.5. I'll turn my lockers on the bridge. Here's the sign for the last chain up light, chain up area. Catching that snowplow fast. And they are off. Good, 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 good. See if the snowplow pulled over here or not. Did not. Here's the Paulson Bridge. Nice spot to turn on your lockers. Passing zone here right away. We'll see if he allows me to take it. Looks like he will. A little sketchy when you can't quite see where the lanes are. Quite a bit of grip here on the snow. I don't know why I signaled there. That lane ends. I'll just stay here on the snow. Yeah, I don't think I needed the lockers. Quite grippy here. I mean, you never really know, right? If I didn't have the lockers on, would I be spinning my tires right now? I'm definitely not spinning my tires here. Minus 5.5 degrees Celsius. Steepest section of the climb is right around these corners here. Always got to watch out if there's going to be a truck spun out over here. first trucks to spin out is usually the Super B tanker trucks. These, even with the baffles, all the fluid in these tanker trucks, all the fluid flows to the back, meaning your drive tires have no traction on them. So the first truckers to have to chain up is the tanker trucks, the Super B tanker trucks. Big hairpin here, and then we're got one last little climb. When you're climbing up, it's good to have those lockers on. I'm driving a bit fast for those lockers to be on. When you're climbing up, it's good to have those lockers on. But remember, guys, turn those lockers off the second you're going back downhill. When you're climbing and you can't, the truck doesn't want to turn, you just take your foot off the throttle and it'll just grip and start turning right away. But going downhill, if you start sliding sideways, you're going for a ride, man. You're going for a ride. Uphill sliding, not scary. Downhill sliding, terrifying. And I get this question every now and then, why not just leave the lockers on going downhill? With the lockers on, all 8 tires are spinning at the exact same speed. They don't want you to turn. If you've ever driven in a 4-wheel pickup truck with differential locks and make a sharp turn, all that banging and clunking you're hearing is the truck wanting not to turn, right? Because all the tires are wanting to spin the same speed. So that's 8 tires all pulling straight, as hard as they can, straight. And then you got these 2 poor little steer tires that have to try to turn the truck. I've forgotten to turn them off. Turn the lockers off. And come to a corner and all of a sudden the truck just wants to go straight. It's like there's just no turn. Got a little bit of a US signal of Morse code. Pick that up every now and then up here at the higher altitude. But it is scary, terrifyingly scary if you leave the lockers on. Just put my fog lights on again. Never mind. So you'll see me drive pretty aggressively uphill, quite timidly downhill. A little bit of snow on the roads, but it's not bad at all. If it doesn't snow tonight, tomorrow with a full load on will be quite decent. Pretty sure I have to tarp the load tomorrow. On my dispatch it says inquire about tarps. So we'll see. These corners I take slower than I feel like I need to, because every year cars and rigs go off the side of the cliff to the right hand side here. It happens every year. Don't see any tracks this year yet, but it happens every year. Got a slow truck in front of us. That's acceptable. Here's the Paulson Summit. Four-way flashers on. It's pretty darn slow. Probably looks like he's loaded. Probably a chip truck, loaded Super B chip truck. All right, guys. I'm going to go do a brake check over here before we go down. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am out of here. You guys absolutely rock. He's being a bit smart there, slowing down before pulling into the brake check.